Hi, dear children. Welcome to ninth standard Social Science online class. Today, we will learn about Bahmani Kingdom. Bahmani Kingdom was a Persianate Muslim empire of the Deccan in South India. It was the first independent Muslim kingdom of the Deccan region. This kingdom is well known for its perpetual war with the Vijayanagara Empire. The Bahmani kingdom later split into five successor states that were collectively known as Deccan Sultanate. In the year 1347, Alauddin Hassan Gangu Bahman Shah established the Bahmani kingdom. The Bahmani and Shahi dynasties ruled from 1347 to 1686. Among their rulers, Muhammad Shah I, Muhammad Shah II, Firoz Shah, Yusuf Adil Khan, Ibrahim Adil Shah I, Ibrahim Adil Shah II are the important rulers. The history of Bahmani rulers can be seen at two stages. In the first stage, that is from 1346 to 1422, Gulbarga was their capital. Their main rivals were Rayas of Telangana and Vijayanagara. 8 sultans ruled from Gulbarga. Shihabuddin Ahmad shifted the capital from Gulbarga to Bidar. Bidar remained the capital city of Bahmani till their end. Muhammad Gawan. Muhammad Gawan was the prime minister in the Bahmani Sultanate of Deccan. From 1347 to 1426, Kalburgi was the capital of Bahmani kingdom. During this period, Muhammad Gawan ruled the kingdom with selflessness and dedication. As a prime minister, Muhammad Gawan took the Bahmani kingdom to great heights. He learned Muslim religious verses and laws at Cairo in Egypt. He gained proficiency in Arab and Persian languages. Gawan served as the prime minister during the rule of Bahmani kings Humayun, Nizam Shah and Muhammad Shah III. He was responsible for enhancing the glory of Bahmani kingdom by his efficient administration and victories. Gawan conquered Konkan, Goa and Belgavi. Later, he invaded Orissa and conquered Kondavido. In the year 1481, Gawan invaded Kanji and plundered his huge wealth. Like this, Muhammad Gawan was responsible for all-round development of Bahmani kingdom. The person who became responsible for the all-round development of Bahmani kingdom became a victim to a conspiracy of his enemies and was beheaded on the false charge of betrayal of the kingdom. After the death of Muhammad Gawan, the kingdom became weak and disintegrated into 5 parts. The 5 divisions of Bahmani kingdom are Nizam Shahi of Ahmednagar, Adil Shahi of Bijapur, Ahmad Shahi of Berar, Barid Shahi of Bidar, Kutab Shahi of Golconda, Ibrahim Adil Shah II. The most important king of the Adil Shahi division of Bahmani kingdom was Ibrahim II. Ibrahim II ascended the throne in his 9th year. He ruled over for 47 years with the historic incidents. Politically, he took Vijayapura to the pinnacle of glory with his efficient administration and was responsible for the tremendous progress in art, literature and education. His book Kitab-i-Navaras begins with prayers to the gods Ganesha, Saraswati and Narasimha. There are prayers to Muhammad Paigambar too. This book, Kitab-i-Navaras, is evidence of the knowledge, magnanimity and religious tolerance of Ibrahim II. Now, let us learn the cultural contributions of the Bahmani Sultans. The Bahmani and Shahi Sultans ruled over Karnataka for almost 200 years. In addition to Karnataka, they extended their kingdom up to Tanjavur in Tamil Nadu. They had organized their administration based on Islamic religious principles. Administration. There were 3 levels of administrations in the Bahmani kingdom. There were central, provincial and village administration. Among these, there was revenue, judicial and military administration also. The Sultan was the chief of the central administration. The cabinet was called Majlis-e-Ilwilt. Top officials, commandants, ulemas and amins were friends and relatives of Sultan. The kingdom was divided into 4 provinces. Muhammad Gawan converted these 4 provinces into 8 units and these tarafs were divided into 15 sarkaras. The Subedar was the administrator in each of these sarkaras. Sarkaras were divided into parganas. Kotwal, Deshmukh and Desai were the administrators of the parganas. Villages were the final unit of the administration. Patel, Kulkarni and guards were the administrators in the village. The village units were independent units. Revenue, military and judicial system. Jumals were the head of the revenue authorities. Land tax was the main source of income for the kingdom. 1/3 to half of the agricultural production was collected as land tax. There were 50 kinds of taxes, including tax on house, mines, tobacco, grasslands, trade and employment. The money earned by taxation was used for maintaining palaces, war and bodyguards, construction and maintenance of fort. The Bahmani kingdom depended on the strength of their military force. Military expenditure was huge. They had 4 types of armed troops. They were permanent troops, troops recruited during wartime, troops for religious wars, and units for the protection of the Sultan and his palaces. Infantry, cavalry, elephants and explosive units were the important divisions of the army. Bijapur fort was the most formidable of the Adil Shahi forts. The Sultan was the supreme judicial authority. He ruled according to the prevailing customs, traditions and principles of the Islamic religion. Qazis and senior officers assisted the Sultan in dispensing justice. Due to their efficient administration, the state witnessed progress in economic, social and cultural field. Economic, social and religious system. Agriculture was the main occupation in the villages. Spinning, oil extraction, sugar and jaggery manufacture, thread weaving, leather work, pottery, carpentry, goldsmithy, perfumery and sculpture were also practiced. There were many ports like Dabhol, Rajapura, Chawla and Goa. They exported products like silk, wine, gold, silver, copper, tin, lead and glass. Trade and employment organizations were in existence. Gold coins known as Honnu and silver coins known as Lori and Tanga were in circulation. Undivided Patriarchal family continued in the society. Caste system and polygamy were practiced. Haridasas of the Bhakti Panth and Muslim Sufi saint tried to imbibe tolerance in society. In Muslim society, Sunni, Shia, Said, Sheikh and Pathan were the main groups. Muslim women practiced burqa system. Education, art and architecture. The educational policy of the Adil Shahis was to propagate Islamic culture. There were schools known as maktabs. These schools were under the control of a mosque. The students in the maktabs were taught the alphabets, religion, law, poetry and rhetoric. The madrasas were centers of higher education. Muhammad Gawan, who was a scholar himself, established a madrasa at Bidar to encourage study of Islamic religion and law. This college had a 242 feet length, 222 feet width and 56 feet height. This three-storied magnificent building constructed in the Deccan style. This college had a library with around 3,000 manuscripts. The college was also a lodge for students, teachers and orthodox people. Astronomy, grammar, mathematics, philosophy and political science were studied in this college. The sultans developed Indo-Sasanic style of architecture. The Jamia Mosque, built by Adil Shahi I, is a prominent monument even today. Ibrahim Rosa, Gol Gumbaz, Gagan Mahal and Asar Mahals are the important monuments of this time. These monuments have made the Adil Shahis world famous. The Gol Gumbaz at Vijayapura is one of the greatest structure in the world. It has an area of 1,800 square feet. There are 7-storied minarets in the 4 corners of the building. There is a huge dome in the center of the building. The construction work of Gol Gumbaz, said to have begun around 1626 and completed in 1656. This structure is 51 meters tall and has a wide dome. The dome has 4 pillars in which steps have been built to go up. The unique feature of this dome is that if one whisper standing on the side of the dome, it can be heard clearly on the other side. It is the biggest dome in India.